They said it was impossible, a small, landlocked country promising to light an entire region. Yet here we are, an audacious infrastructure program, a chain of dams and a continent-wide smart grid, and a leader arguing that energy is the foundation of sovereignty. Over the next minutes, you will hear how a $800 billion plan centered on Burkina Faso's river basins aims to deliver clean, reliable power to millions, remake regional economies, create millions of jobs, and shift geopolitical calculations. This is a project built on rivers, human capital, and a deliberate choice to pursue partnerships outside traditional Western channels. And its success or failure will echo far beyond West Africa. Burkina Faso has long been a country of geographic challenge and latent potential. Historically constrained by arid terrain, erratic rainfall, and limited industrial infrastructure, its rural areas often lacked basic services. Many communities went dark at night. Schools and clinics operated without dependable power, and businesses struggled under the weight of unreliable electricity. These realities frame the strategic calculation made by Captain Ibrahim Traoré when he assumed national leadership. If development is to be sustained, energy must be treated as a public good and a regional public asset. The plan Traoré advanced is not a single dam or a modest grid upgrade. It is a deliberately ambitious program of river development, a coordinated network of large-scale hydroelectric works, 11 major dams, arrayed along the Mohoun River, linked to a high-capacity, intelligent transmission system designed to serve 15 West African countries. By combining baseload hydro with distributed smart controls and renewable backups, the project aims to deliver stable power across seasons and borders, turning intermittent scarcity into consistent supply. Engineering at this scale is complex. The dams are conceived as an integrated cascade, water stored and released in a calibrated sequence to maximize generation. While managing flood risk and seasonal variability, turbines at each site convert kinetic energy into electricity. Spillways and control structures regulate flows, and reservoirs provide water resources for irrigation and environmental purposes. The transmission layer, the smart grid, uses advanced control systems, automated load balancing, and real-time monitoring to route power where it is needed most, reduce losses, and prevent widespread outages. In short, the dams are the project's backbone. The grid is its nervous system. Financing and partnerships are central to how this program has been structured. With a price tag measured in the hundreds of billions, the project moves beyond the financing capacity of a single national budget. Traoré's administration has therefore pursued a different, diplomatic and economic strategy, engaging emerging partners and technology collaborators willing to invest in engineering, training, and construction rather than imposing conditional assistance. Technical teams and contractors from multiple non-Western countries have been incorporated into design and implementation roles, reflecting a conscious decision to diversify partners and retain greater national agency over project terms. At the heart of the plan is a strong emphasis on domestic labor and skills transfer. Construction sites have been positioned as training grounds. Thousands of workers are employed in excavation, concrete works, turbine assembly, and electrical systems installation. Vocational programs and on-the-job training are meant to build a generational skill base so that maintenance, operation, and future expansions are managed by regional professionals rather than external contractors alone. In that sense, the project is simultaneously a mega-infrastructure undertaking and a national workforce development program. The socioeconomic implications are extensive. Reliable electricity transforms agriculture, industry, and services. Irrigation systems powered by the grid permit multiple cropping cycles, allow higher-value horticulture, and reduce vulnerability to drought. Clinics and hospitals can operate critical equipment. Schools can run digital learning programs. Small and medium enterprises can adopt modern manufacturing and refrigeration. Economically, reliable power reduces production costs, attracts investment, and enables local value addition rather than raw exports. The project therefore aims to link energy provision directly to job creation, higher productivity, and improved public services. Regional integration is a core objective. By designing a grid that crosses borders, the initiative encouraged shared planning on energy trade, coordinated water management, and standardized regulatory frameworks. A connected West Africa can optimize generation across seasons, surplus flows to deficit regions, peaks are shared, and national systems gain resilience. That regional logic also bolsters bargaining power in international markets and reduces states' vulnerability to external energy price shocks. The initiative also carries geopolitical significance. If successful, it shifts certain strategic dependencies. Countries that historically relied on external energy imports or on single suppliers will gain alternative sources and greater autonomy. That recalibration of leverage invites renewed diplomatic interest from global powers and commercial investors. It also raises questions in capitals accustomed to shaping outcomes through established financing and contracting norms. The project's choice of partners and its insistence on national oversight are therefore both technical and political decisions. Critics rightly point to significant risks. Environmental assessments must be rigorous. Large reservoirs can alter ecosystems, affect fisheries, and displace communities if not managed with care. Social safeguards are essential to guarantee fair resettlement, adequate compensation, and benefit sharing for those directly affected. Financial risk is real. Cost overruns, currency volatility, and delays could strain public finances. Institutional capacity is required to run a multinational grid, robust regulatory bodies. Transparent procurement practices, independent oversight, and strong anti-corruption measures are non-negotiable for long-term viability. Traoré's strategy includes explicit measures to mitigate these risks. Environmental impact studies, community consultation frameworks, and phased construction sequences are built into the plan. Transparency mechanisms, public reporting on contracts and timelines, and staged financing tied to performance milestones aim to reduce fiscal exposure while keeping citizens informed. Capacity building, both technical and managerial, is emphasized so that the technology transfer produces durable local capability, rather than short-lived operational dependency beyond infrastructure. The plan is meant to spur an industrial transition. Reliable power enables processing industries, food preservation, textile manufacturing, agro-processing, and light assembly can scale up. By capturing more of the value chain regionally, economies can shift from exporting raw materials to producing higher-value goods for domestic and international markets. That structural transformation underpins the claim that energy investment can multiply its impact across sectors and generations. Politically, the project advances a broader narrative that infrastructural sovereignty strengthens bargaining power and development choices. By building domestic capacity to generate and manage significant power flows, countries reduce leverage that external actors may exercise through energy or conditional financing. This is not isolationism. Rather, it is an attempt to rebalance relationships so that engagement with foreign partners occurs on terms set by regional priorities. Implementation will be incremental. Sections of the grid and specific dam units will be commissioned in phases, delivering early benefits and revealing practical lessons. Early operational zones will power pilot industrial clusters, demonstrate irrigation returns, and establish governance routines for cross-border dispatching. These early wins are crucial politically. They validate the model, build public confidence, and attract further co-financing for later stages. If realized, the long-term gains are substantial. Millions of households gain continuous electricity. Thousands of clinics and schools gain capacity. Regional trade corridors powered by dependable grids support manufacturing, and national treasuries benefit from increased productivity and export diversification. Equally important is a potential shift in perception, a narrative of African agency. Large projects, conceived and led from the continent, implemented with international cooperation but not subordination, could alter how development is conceptualized and financed in future decades. Ultimately, Traoré's $800 billion plan is a high-stakes wager on infrastructure as statecraft. Its success depends on technical execution, transparent governance, inclusive social policy, and a sustained political commitment to regional cooperation. The potential payoff is not merely brighter nights and more factories. It is a reconfiguration of economic opportunity and strategic autonomy across West Africa. As with any monumental undertaking, the difference between legacy and failure will be decided in the details: how communities are treated, how contracts are managed, how environmental risks are mitigated, and how benefits are shared. If those elements are managed responsibly, this project could be remembered as the moment a region moved from chronic scarcity to managed abundance. If they are not, it risks becoming another expensive promise unfulfilled. This is the scale of ambition. This is the scale of responsibility. Traore's plan challenges long-standing assumptions about who can build the region's future. And it asks a simple but profound question: will West African nations seize the opportunity to power their own economies and, in doing so, reshape the continent's trajectory, or will the path be blocked by mismanagement, external interference, or short-term politics? The answer will be written in turbans, transmission lines, and the lives lit by their current.